going on, everybody? It's your boy Don. We are back with another video. Again, thank you guys for all the support. It is crazy what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but the views are coming in ridiculously. I don't even know how to say thank you enough for you guys just checking me out. I don't know I say it every video I start like this, thank you. But it really does mean a lot to come from where I come from. Before I barely had a view, and now I got like hundreds of thousands of people checking out my videos now. So that's really awesome that you guys do that. Today we're talking about Austin Rivers. You guys were split on Austin Rivers for some reason. So, well, that's your opinion, and you guys know, if you've noticed, I analyze with everybody, I talk with everybody. If you have a different opinion, that's fine. Just do it respectfully, which everybody does, which is not a problem. But let's talk about Austin Rivers today, because apparently a lot of people were not sold on this free agent pickup. And I know originally they said it was a 1 year. It's not. They changed it to a 3-year deal. So if I go to the tweet here, right? First it said 1 year, right? So this is the original 1 year, but then it was updated to 3 years, $10 million. With all the moves we've made now, I think we have about 18.6 million left in cap. So let's say about 20 million, give or take, 18.6. And we pick up Austin Rivers, and there are a lot of people arguing me and say, Don, why did you say yesterday that this was a good pickup? We got to go for other free agents. Austin Rivers, he's not a good shooter. Austin Rivers is only in the league because, his dad. And I stopped right there. And, it was a good conversation I was having with one of my subscribers. And I said, listen, in a weird way, Austin Rivers is probably the best point guard that we've had. Based off of his resume, there's not a New York Knicks that has the resume that he does. And he doesn't even start. So what does that tell you about us? Sometimes I believe as Knicks fans, we're not being honest with what our team really is. We're thinking that our team is way better than what it really is. So let's go here. Here, free agency. Marc Gasol, I think got picked up. Where did Gasol go? Gasol went. It's gonna tell me. Marc Gasol, 2-year deal with the Lakers. That's right. So, we should have picked up a better point guard. Tell me who is available. Look. And I know I'm kind of in the way. So as I'm scrolling, you're gonna see the list. So I'm gonna start up. As I'm scrolling, you're gonna see the list. Who is available? Van Vliet gone. Gordon Dragic is never gonna come here. And I'm only going point guard. I'm not even really going shooting guard-ish. KCP, who we thought we could have gotten, gone. 40 million, Lakers, 3-year deal. Malik Beasley, gone. You understand? There are not that many options. There really aren't that many options. Austin Rivers, for what it's worth, is probably a better player than Alfred Payton. The two of them will be competing for the starting spot. Ntilikina might be a dark horse depending on how well he plays this year. We got to be honest. You got to be honest. You got to be honest with what the pickup really is. I'm not saying that Austin Rivers is going to be an all-star next year. And Austin Rivers, for what it's worth, might not even be here next year. He might not even be here next week. We picked up Ed Davis one day. The next day, he was gone. Be honest. It's not the worst pickup in the world, considering that we do need a point guard of some sort. You know what I mean? We need a point guard of some sort. We don't have it. The New York Knicks have not been that good. Austin Rivers' resume compared to the New York Knicks. When is the last time we even made the playoffs? When is the last time we even made a playoff game? Austin Rivers has played on nothing but playoff teams. Start or not. He has more experience than anybody on this Knicks roster. Look at the roster. Look at the roster now. So these are incoming players or outgoing. We know Nerlens Noel, Alfred Payton, Austin Rivers is in now. Jacob Evans, Omari Spellman, right? Ed Davis left. We got Alex Burks still. Now we have Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, Frank Ntilikina, Dennis Smith Jr., OB, right? Kevin Knox, Reggie Bullocks, Mitchell Robinson, Iggy, and Theo. There's not a Knick on that I just named that has ever been to the playoffs. And somehow, some way, you want to hold it against Austin Rivers for coming in? Austin Rivers could have gone to the 76. Austin Rivers could have gone to a contender. Austin Rivers could have gone to a contender. There's not a Knick player that has the same resume he does, whether he starts or not. And that looks worse on us because that shows you how bad we have been. And that is the reality of the Knicks. We have not been a good team. We haven't earned the right for free agents to come here. You don't think other players talk with each other in the league? Yo, what'd you think about the Knicks, bro? Ah, man, I'm not going over there. They haven't been in playoffs in 15 years. It's more like 10, because I think 2013. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was the team with, it was Jason Kidd, Melo, Rasheed Wallace. Remember the operation the one time that we actually went to the playoffs? We haven't earned that right. You don't think I would like a Donovan Mitchell or something like that? But why would he come here? We haven't earned the respect. This is us building our team to one day have the respect for free agents to come here. I'm not getting excited for next year's free agency either because most players, unless we play well this up-and-coming season, are not going to come here. We haven't earned it. You can say what you want about Austin Rivers. He's been on playoff teams. He's been in the league a long time. There are a lot of Knicks over the years that really would not get into other teams. There are very few Knicks. In fact, I have the picture here because this picture I'm going to use for a Frank Ntilikina video to make a point. But even if you look at this picture, look, Lance Thomas, KP. KP is the only one probably on this list here that really would consistently play for playoff teams. KP, Courtney Lee maybe. You got Beasley there. Kyle O'Quinn, never. Jared Jack, passed it. Tim Hardaway Jr. in the back. Yeah, he was good enough. So out of this picture, probably 1-2 players could start for playoff teams. We haven't had the team. We have to relax, man. All these players that you see going to other teams, they're passing on the Knicks for a reason. We're not there yet. 3 years, $18 million. You guys say that's a waste of cap. There is nobody else for us to sign right now. And that is the truth. Whether you like Austin Rivers or not, he might be an inconsistent shooter. He's a better shooter than what we have at point guard. It's going to be between him and Alfred Payton. I don't know who will win the battle. I think Rivers will probably beat him out in the beginning. If he plays bad, Payton will take over. But that's the truth. That is the truth. We have not been good enough for free agents to come here. Fred VanVleet was the only player I really wanted because he fit our system. I didn't think that 2 years from now, VanVleet is going to be an all-star. I picked VanVleet because I thought he was the best player available for what we were trying to do. He stayed with the Raptors. Look. VanVleet, here, 4-year, $85 million. You think he's going to leave the Raptors? I always thought it was the way it would happen if the Raptors lowballed VanVleet and then say, you know what, we're going to give you $40 million, 3 years. And the Knicks step in and say, nah, you know what, we're going to up it to 90. Whatever. We would have paid him. And then he would have came. But the Raptors made sure they kept him because he's the right age and Lowry will probably soon no longer be the starting guard. We have not earned the right, guys. We have not earned the right to consistently attract free agents. It's not going to happen overnight. The stuff that has happened with us in the last week, us getting Obi, we got 2 more first-round draft picks. We got Obi, then we got Quickly. Then we were still able in the second round, I believe we got a Powell. These are some of the best things that happened to Knicks in a long time, and that's the truth. Whether you want to be in with Austin Rivers or not, he's probably one of the better guards that's ever played here now in the last 10 years. Prigioni, Jared Jack, Ntilikina, Alfred Payton. How many point guards do you want? Oh, well, maybe Derrick Rose is kind of an exception because when Derrick Rose, he wasn't the healthiest, but he was still a better point guard. But even Derrick Rose at this point, because of the injuries, is struggling to stay in the league, even though he's had better seasons now. You know, he's found some consistency again. We're nowhere near what some fans think we are. We're not there. We take this deal now and see what we build. At least with his experience, I expect him to kind of teach the ropes for Obi. Let Mitch Robinson know, how to come off pick and rolls, whatever. Just having him understand a higher level of basketball than the Knicks have been used to. That's the start. A good season for us is to win, maybe try and win 30 games. You think we're gonna just jump into the playoffs? It's not happening like that. We're gonna have to grind. We're gonna have to grind. A lot of people are against Austin Rivers, but Austin Rivers is one of the better players to come here. His resume alone is better than any Knick in a long time. And he doesn't even start. It was crazy that you guys, some of you made this whole thing saying that, hey, why are we signing Austin Rivers? Why don't we go for other guys? What other guys? Besides Van Vliet, what other guy that can really play point guard was going to come? Let's be honest. Let me just check my phone. Was there anything else that I said? Yeah, no. Austin Rivers has showed his longevity in the NBA. He's still in the NBA. Father or not, most of our guys on our team are not going to start for other teams. Besides Mitchell Robinson, RJ, Obi, and some of the picks that we've had recently, most of these guys will not start in other teams. They would struggle to stay in those teams. And that's the reality right now of the New York Knicks. We're rebuilding. We're nowhere near some fans think we are. We are rebuilding. This is part of rebuilding. And he might not be here next year, but he might help us a little bit to get to the next step, or either get him in a trade to somebody else next year. But let me know what you think about it in the comment section, because I just wanted to discuss this, because I thought it was strange that so many people were against it, like we had so many different options. We don't have the options right now. We just don't have the options. That's why we're going with Austin Rivers. If there was a better option available, we would go for it. I'm hearing Westbrook might be on a discount. I'm not a fan. Contract is too heavy. We don't need it. We keep building with our youth. That's what Boston did. Look how Boston came out. Boston, they signed Jason Tatum, I think. And that's the thing, let me see if was Jason Tatum part of this, or am I crazy? I don't know why I just mentioned Jason Tatum. I thought I saw something about Jason Tatum. Maybe not. I thought I did. I don't know if did they give Jason Tatum a bag? Did they give Jason Tatum a bag, or am I crazy? Yeah, he signed the max. He signed the max contract. Come on. We don't have those type of players yet, but that's the goal. That is the goal. We are building. Austin Rivers is not the best, but he's not the worst for what we have. That's what we're going to have to do with, and that's the reality. Let your boy Don know what you think in the comments section, man. Like, comment, rate, subscribe if you enjoy these videos. But for now, it's your boy Don, and I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace. I'm out.